Hello and welcome, my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mahdi English Medium School. All my dear students, welcome back in science lecture. My dear little champs, I hope that in the previous few lectures where we have completed our worksheet, you also have done the same thing in your rough books, and I hope that whatever lectures we are uploading for you, whatever efforts we all are making for you, you are utilizing it properly. So my dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are good, you are fit and fine along with your studies nowadays, as you have to study from the home. Nothing can be better than this. But please do make sure when you are at your comfort zone, also please make sure that you do not miss any lectures of any subjects, not only of mine. It is my humble request hereby to all of you to send your work regularly, as the lectures are only of 30 minutes, where I try to make it as much as possible easier for you. So please make sure you also put the same efforts from your end. My dear little champs, let us start our day with a beautiful thought given by Hasmani Saad of Standard 3rd. The thought is, if you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. This is a beautiful thought in an easy language which I do not have to elaborate to you much. So in a simple language, where there is a will, there is a way. Only if you want will you be able to do that work. If you don't want, no matter how many resources are available, they will be as it is, but you will not utilize it unless it is not your wish to do so. So I really appreciate Saad for sharing such a wonderful thought, and I am looking forward for few more 3rd standard students to get the thoughts from them, so that I can display the thoughts along with their names here. Not only that, but also I am planning to display the name of the regular students. Now regular might be in the different categories. It is not necessary that I will display your name in the single category. So that is what I am planning. So let's wait for that. Now, what are we going to do today? Today is the class test for chapter 8, birds. This is what is going to happen, and it is not normal test. Now in this test, I am not going to display the correct answers or anything. It is going to be like a really class test we conduct in the classroom. So please make sure you have all your stuff with you, that is the rough book, pencil, sharpener, rubber. Please keep away your textbooks and fair books. I repeat, keep away your textbooks and fair books, so that you will be able to give the test honestly. So be loyal to yourself. You will come to know how much you remember and how much have you forgotten. Answers for this test perhaps I will keep in your groups. At that time you are free to check the answer. Now, few instructions before we start. So just write proper heading. Whenever I say give the proper heading, you have to give the proper heading, so that once you send your photos, we can analyze it properly and evaluate the same. Write the answers in the given time. Write the answers in the given time. That means I will be counting. For few answers I will be counting 5. For few answers I will give you 6 to 7 seconds. It depends. But I will start the counting whenever I say that give the answer for this single question. And the third point is send the answers to your follow-up teachers without fail. Make sure these all things we are noting it down whether you are sending it or not. So please make sure you write the answers properly with the answer number and question number heading, everything, so that we can evaluate it properly. I hope these many points of instruction are clear in your mind, and now you are ready with your rough book and the pencil in your hand. Do not turn the pages, open the new page on the left hand side. So my dear students, you don't have to worry about writing the questions or anything. You will have to just write the answers and that's it. Questions will be displayed to you. I will read each and every question. Yes, please make sure whenever 4 to 5 questions are there in the line, I will read first question. You will have to write the answer for that first question only, because timings are set accordingly. So now I suppose you should have become ready with all your stuff. Let's get started. So my dear students, as you can see, this question A, question B. So now first of all, please give the heading question A. Yes, we have already solved this. That is the reason why am I telling you that this is the class test, revision test kind of I have prepared for you. You have to just write the answers. So please give the heading revision test. I hope that you have given the heading and you will follow the instructions given to you throughout the lecture. Okay. Now I suppose that you have given the heading question A, fill in the blanks with the correct words. Please give the proper heading as written here. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. Okay. Now there are 5 questions. For each question I will give you 5 to 6 seconds. I will count 6. Till then you will have to choose the correct option and just write the answer. Don't write full blanks, just write the answer in the easy language. So I'll read and I'll give you 6 seconds for each question. I hope you all are now prepared and ready with the heading properly written. Please write answer 1. Question is, a bird uses its desk to catch and eat food. Options are beak or wings. You have 6 seconds now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, I hope that you have written the answer for number 1, and answer number 1 you have written properly, I should suppose that. Number 2, birds like dash suck nectar from flowers. Options are sunbird or pigeon. Make sure you do not make any spelling mistakes as everything is displayed on the screen. Now your 6 second time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, your time is over for writing answer number 2. Moving on to number 3. Birds usually have dashed feet with dashed toes on each. For the first blank, options are 2 or 4. For the second, the options are same, 2 or 4. How many feet and how many toes do they have? Select the answer accordingly. I'll give you 7 seconds as there are 2 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so I'll not give you more than this time because I have already solved this in the lectures. Number 4. Water birds have dash that help them push water while swimming. Options are sharp claws or webbed feet. What helps the water birds to push themselves while they are swimming? Your time of 6 seconds starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. Number 5. Wings are joined to the bird's body with the help of dash. Options are muscles or webbed feet. Please write down the answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, I hope that now you have finished writing the answers for this fill in the blanks where the options were given to. So please make sure that you write each and everything like we did here, and I hope that you have left one line at least. Moving on towards the next question, question B, which is true or false, which is very easy. Okay, so first of all, students, please give the proper heading. Question B. Write T for the true and F for the false statements. So you can just, students, give the heading true or false. Please don't write T or F. Just write true or false. Question B, obviously, this heading should be given properly. Initially, I told you that you should give the headings properly. So I hope that you are getting sufficient time, students. What do you think? Isn't it a fun? More than a class test, this is a kind of a game and a fun for you. But please make sure along with the fun, you also pay a careful attention towards your studies and don't take it very lightly. Okay, let's get started. Here also 5 questions are there. For each, I'll give you 6 seconds to think and answer. You will have to just write true or false. Also here, please leave one line though you are writing in your rough notebook. Let's get started. Number 1. A bird uses its toes to catch and hold food. A bird uses its toes to catch and hold food. Please think about it. You are having now, I'll count 6. You are having 6 counts now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I hope you have written the answer for number 1, whether it is true or whether it is false. Number 2. A bird uses its wings for building its nests. Now to build the nest, as you know that birds obviously are going to live in the nest, so or somewhere in the tree. So do they use their wings to build the nest? If true, then write true. If false, then write false. Okay, your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I hope that you have written by now whether it is true or false. Number 3. All birds have the same kind of beaks. I don't think I need to elaborate this statement as it is pretty easy to understand as well. So all the birds have the same kind of beaks. True or false? Please write it down. Again, you have the 6 countings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. Number 4. Birds fly with just a downstroke of their wings. Now you know that what is downstroke if you have understood the chapter properly. Now that is the only reason why I always insist you to watch the explanation video and all the videos in the sequence I am uploading. Anyways, please write the answer. You have 6 seconds now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope that you have written the answer for number 4. And the last one, number 5. Birds have 3 types of feathers. Is this true or false? Please write it down. I'm going to count 6 for you people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so with this your TF should be over by now. So 5, fill in the blanks, 5 TF. Now students, coming on to the MCQ part. Please give the heading question C, choose the correct option as it is given on the screen. Question C, choose the correct option. Please write it down. I hope you all are following my instructions. Even I will request the parents, those who are watching my video lectures, please help your children to follow the instructions even in case if they don't understand any. I hope that you have given the heading, choose the correct option. So let's get started. Here what do you have to do? You don't have to write the questions, you don't have to write the options. You have to select one correct option which you think will be the answer, and you have to just write that. Now one more detail before you start writing this. See, answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, definitely you are going to write like that. But after writing answer 1, you have to write the proper initial of the option. For suppose option D is right, you have to write D, none of this. This way you will have to select and write properly. I hope these instructions are clear. Now let's get started. I hope that you have given this heading. Number 1. Which part of the body helps a bird to catch and eat food? Options are A, wings, B, toes, C, beak, or D, none of these. Now students, again you have 5 seconds now. This time options are there. I'll count 5 and in that much time you have to write the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I hope that you have written the answer from the options. You have chosen the correct option. Which part of the body helps the bird to catch and eat the food? Now number 2, read it carefully and then try to select the correct option. Which of these feathers help to keep a bird warm? There are 3 types of feathers, so which helps them to keep the warm? Body feathers, down feathers, flight feathers, or none of this. So which of these feathers help them to keep their body warm? Obviously different feathers have the different uses, so this question comes here. Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here I hope that you have written the correct answer. Moving on to number 3. Why do some birds have a sharp and hooked beak? Options are to tear flesh, to pull out insects from the holes, to crack open nuts and fruits, or option D, to suck nectar from flowers. Please choose any one option which seems to be correct to you and which you think you have understood in the explanation video lecture. I'll count 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I hope now you have written the correct answer. Moving on to number 4. Which of these birds uses its beaks like a needle to sew the leaves together to build a nest? Birds also can do this kind of activities. Just look at it. Okay. Options are weaver bird, tailor bird, woodpecker or crane. Please choose your answer wisely. Sometimes students are getting misleaded by these kind of options. I'll count 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I hope that you have written the correct answer. Now number 5. Which of these is a true about a goose? Students, please make sure you are writing the answer number properly. Okay, so which of these is true about the goose? Options are broad and flat beak, option B webbed feet, option C holes in the beak, or is it option D all of these? Like I said, choose your answer very wisely. Which of these is correct? Your count starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, I hope that you have written the answer. Next, number 7. Which bird uses its beak to look for the food inside the tree holes? Okay, this I suppose I have explained you very well, so you should remember this. Options are hoopoe, crane, pigeon, or is it duck? This is very easy. I am going to start the counting. Please write the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now number 8, which is the last MCQ question. Which of these birds cannot walk through water? Now many birds can walk through the water. You might have seen even on the Discovery channels or even the live birds walking on the water. Now that is not magic or anything. That is how they are made. So options are stork, pigeon, crane, or is it heron? So which birds cannot walk through the water? Here can walk through the water I have told you, but cannot walk through the water, which is what you select. Okay, your count starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so with this students, you have completed fill in the blanks, true or false, then MCQ of the test. So now the last question for today's test is write very short answers type question, that is give 2 examples for the following. So please give the heading question A. Please give the heading question A. Be ready to write 2 examples for each of these 5 questions. Okay. Now give 2 examples for the following. I hope you have written that. So birds with the strong, short and hard beak. Please write the answer. Birds with the strong, short and the hard beak. I'll count 5. Till then please write the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, time is up. I hope that you have written the answers. There were 2 examples you had to give. Now number 2, birds with the strong and pointed beaks. Please write two examples. Birds with the strong and pointed beaks. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I hope you have written the answers. Now number 3, birds with the webbed feet. Please write any two examples you remember. Birds with the webbed feet. This is the only reason why I asked you to keep your textbook and fair book away from you. So now your time starts. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, number 4, which is the second last one, birds with the talons. Please write it down. Your count starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And my dear students, the last one for today, number 5, things that birds used to make the nests. So which things do the birds need? Many things, but you have to only mention any 2 things. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, my dear students, with this I end my today's test lecture. I hope that you will send the answers to your follow-up teachers and I'll get it soon. Have a nice day. Goodbye.